You've been watching film and sort of analyzing this matchup. Where are you right now?
You know, it's interesting because when you watch the Rams game back, you're like, man, these guys look incredible. But then you realize also that they were playing the Colts, and they're about as bad talent-wise as you can get in the league, and they're really inexperienced. Bashad Breeland made this point yesterday because he actually knows some of the guys on the Colts, that defense, if you want to kind of swing that to the Redskins, not only do the Redskins have experience on defense now with some older players, some more established players in some different spots, but they have an extreme familiarity, obviously, with the offense. So some of the tricks that Sean was able to pull last week offensively on the Colts probably aren't going to work as well this week. So you have an inflated point total last week in terms of you stare at that 46 and go, oh, my God, is this offense this good already? Well, they had 2 pick sixes. So that number's inflated. You look at the experience difference, and I think that's why it is such a week-to-week league, and you don't want to overreact. Then you flip sides of the ball offensively for the Redskins. They just got to execute. You got guys open. You got to throw and catch. And typically football isn't that simple. Typically football is scheme and who's superior there, who can get open, who can kind of create the right matchups, those kinds of things. For the Redskins last week, they failed on the most basic functions of the game. And so if you can't do that, it doesn't matter what the scheme is, you're not getting anywhere.
So I saw some footage. I don't know if you were at practice before you left. JP Finley just put a quick little cell phone little video of the wide receivers working out around the cones. And we were led to believe, and I'm sure it's true, that Josh Doctson was limited, but I watched him run the drills. He looked fine. I mean, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, it's so weird, this hamstring thing. And there are literally a dozen reasons why someone could have a tight hamstring. And that could be anything from the way their spine is aligned keeps the hamstring short, to it's actually not a hamstring at all, and something in their spine sends a neural issue, nervous issue to the hamstring that creates a tight sensation. I have no idea on that scale where Josh Doctson is. We've asked. We haven't really gotten anything other than Jay going, yeah, his hamstring's tight. So I don't know if this is a matter of him needing to stretch more, if this is a matter of him needing to strengthen his hamstrings. Jay said yesterday he runs a lot, and maybe that's an overuse issue, and so they're trying to keep him off it during the week, and then he'll be fine on Sunday. But if he's going to do that, like the concept of a star player, and I know it's premature to call Doctson a star, but he's got star talent. So the idea of not having a player of his talent level practice during the week and play a full complement on Sunday is not unheard of in this league, but it seems to not be what they want to do based off what happened last week. So I don't really have a great answer for you yet. I don't know if Jay has a great answer yet.
He doesn't.
And he said today, or he said yesterday, that it's going to depend on how he does today, but Friday practices are typically pretty short, and they're short yardage and goal line. So I don't know how a practice on Friday is going to affect his full range in terms of what plays he can be in for on Sunday. I hope he plays more because he's obviously better than Ryan Grant. Grant had a solid game, but just from a talent standpoint, he's the epitome of just a guy. Even if he goes and runs great routes, he doesn't run them at a speed and an ability that is game-changing.
Here's the one thing that we do know about Doctson now, a year and a half into this. And I like to give guys the benefit of the doubt because I know at the end of the day, they've gotten to this level because they're just freaks, right? And they have a will and they have an athletic set that no one else can compare to. But here we are a year and a half in, and this guy has got 2 mysterious injuries that are holding him out. They can't articulate what the problem is. They can't find it on imaging. And it really makes you scratch your head. And that's what's scary.
Right. Not knowing is terrifying. And it makes you think, because you have to remember, the medical professionals around the NFL are some of the best in the world. Like the trainers and the doctors and any other medical person that is around an NFL team is obviously highly coveted because NFL teams have a lot of resources. They're only going to go after guys that are top-notch, and that's from a playing, coaching, and a medical standpoint. And so if they can't figure it out, either he's got some really mysterious stuff going on, or they're protecting him. And they think he's soft, and they're just not going to say that publicly, and they wish that he would just play and suck it up, and he can't or won't.
Right. How do you think the offensive line will fare this week?
Ooh, that's the toughest thing. If I omitted something in the film breakdown, it was that Aaron Donald, and even without Aaron Donald, this Rams defensive line is really good. They've got a lot of talent, and the Redskins offensive line last week was not great. I think upon further review, Brandon Sheriff was better than I originally thought, even though he had a couple of bad plays. But overall, he was good and impactful. Trent Williams had the one bad play, but overall was good and impactful. But it might require keeping in an extra tight end or keeping in a running back to help protect and a lot of chipping and things like that. And that's less than ideal when you're trying to move the ball down the field. You'd love Jordan Reed to be able to get out in his route immediately and take advantage. And maybe you do some of that too. I think one of the things that the Redskins can do this week to help out their offensive line and, frankly, help Kirk is to get more quick game stuff going. They opened up the game with a shot play last week, and that's fine. If you want to try to catch a defense off guard, then I'm all for that. But then through the course of the game, let's get some of that quick game going, some of the boot action, things like that, the quick screen game, things that were such staples of this offense, and frankly, things the Rams did really, really well last week.